word problems, okay? So I really want to emphasize you drawing the picture, okay? That's going to be key for you, okay? So because if I can draw a correct picture, then I can actually contextualize what it is I'm solving for in the question, right? It makes sense. And I can see the symmetry between the math work that I do, and the diagram that I've drawn. Okay, so the diagram is very, very important, and you'll see this if you take physics or any more advanced, more math. The diagram is going to allow you to make sense of the words. Okay, so you're responsible for building a ramp up to a storefront entrance that is 0.45 meters off the ground. Okay, if the incline of the ramp cannot exceed 10 degrees for wheelchair accessibility, how far from the building must the ramp extend out? Okay, so what I want you to do, I'm going to draw my storefront here. I'm just going to draw a door, okay? Okay, and then the door is 0.45 meters off the ground. Okay? And so your job is to build a ramp that gets up to that door such that the incline cannot exceed 10 degrees, okay? And your job is, or the question is, how far from the building must the ramp extend out? That's that side right there, so this, right? So I'm just going to write out, SOHCAHTOA again, because it's a right angle, okay? And from there, okay, I'm going to start looking for things that I know on my diagram, okay? And then I can make a selection of sine, cos, or tangent, okay, whichever one. So let's take a look here. So I'm going to be standing in this angle, and I'm going to look over. That's going to be my opposite, okay? So I know opposite, okay? I know my angle is 10 degrees, okay? And that leaves me with adjacent is what I want to solve for. Okay, well that sounds like opposite and adjacent is tangent, so I'm going to go tangent. Tangent of 10 degrees is equal to 0.45 opposite over adjacent. Okay, adjacent's what I want to solve for. So I'm going to go 0.45. I want 10 degrees tangent. Okay, will be the decimal on the left side, so 0.17. You can even call it 176. So go to 0.45 over adjacent. And if you recall from solving from these triangles up here, okay, basically what happens is this, whatever's in the denominator switches with the decimal, okay? And so the adjacent side, I showed you the math up above. Okay, and then I can just do the math on that, and then the adjacent side length is 0.45 divided by 0.176. Okay, we give them 5/6. Okay, so that means, therefore, we'll label it in meters. Therefore, the ramp, the start of the ramp, we'll say the start is 2.56 meters from the building. Okay, and it's always important to summarize your findings. Okay, so you want to label or use a therefore statement to do that. Okay, now the next question was a little tough to word. Okay, but how much material will you need for the portion of the ramp that people walk on? Okay, that's me just talking about this right here. Okay, the hypotenuse. Okay, so I know two of the side lengths, right? I want to actually solve for the hypotenuse in this instance, so why don't I use Pythagorean I'm going to go a squared plus b squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared, right? I now know 0.45 squared plus 2.56 squared is equal to c squared, okay? And then c squared is going to equal a number. So let's go 0.45 times 0.45, 0.2 plus 2.56 times 2, oops. 6.55, okay? And then c squared is going to equal that plus 0.2 is 6.75. And then you just need to square root that, and that is your answer, 2.59. So not a huge difference, okay? 2.59 meters, okay? So therefore, people entering the storefront will have to walk 2.59 meters at an incline of 10 degrees. Okay, that's just me adding a little bit, okay? In terms of, try to move this up. Just adding a little bit more context to the question based on my therefore statement, okay? Just trying to add more information, okay? So they're going to walk up the incline. It's going to be 2.59 meters long at 10 degrees, okay? Now, one final thing before we're done here. I just want to define the angle of elevation and the angle of depression, okay? So the angle of elevation is going to be the angle measured upwards from the horizontal, okay? And this will make more sense when we actually start doing some questions. Okay, so I'll draw a little picture down here, okay? So, and then the angle of depression is the exact opposite. So it's the angle measured downwards from the horizontal. Okay, and so you're going to get that's going to be your angle of elevation. This is elevation in blue. Okay. Okay, angle of elevation will be blue, like the sky, and maybe we'll do angle of depression will be green for the grass. Okay. Okay, and this is your what we call the horizontal. Okay, that's it. Okay, we'll use this more, the angle of elevation and depression, more in the next lesson. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.